Hi friends, we are going to show you a back workout. These are the very simple fundamental exercises for back which are available in most of the gyms. We'll be going for 3 to 4 sets of each exercise with about 10 to 15 repetitions. I'll be training with my brother and you will be watching us do the exercises with a complete back workout. Stay tuned. So, friends, usually after the warm up, I usually start with a pulley pull down, lat pull down on pulleys. So this is a different kind of a pulley, which is a machine actually for a lat pull down. This is usually available in most of the gyms, and there are various variations of this machine. So the first exercise to just to free the back muscles is a pulley pull down while facing the pulley. That is, we are using a regular technique, which is in most of the pulleys it will be like front lat pull down. So we are using this technique. As you can see, the trick and the most important rule in this exercise is that you should have a full stretch when you are going up and leaving the bar up. You should have a full stretch, and you should squeeze your back when you're bringing the bar down. You will note that I am squeezing the back with my wrist in a straight position, and my wrist is not rolling over the bar, and I'm not trying to use my front deltoids or my shoulder girdle to use the bar. You can see very clearly in his this case that Nitin is not trying to roll his wrist over the bar and trying to bring the bar in front, too much in front. You should try to keep the bar in line with your shoulders and not in front of your shoulders, so that you get a good contraction of the back. Once you do that, then you have to do a good stretch up there. So this is a basic lat pull down, 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. Now this is the variation we are doing. This is a second exercise, which is a variation. We are now our back facing the machine. So we are trying to do a kind of a pulley back pull down, which is not really recommended. But in this case, we are trying to keep back as much straight as possible and putting good amount of squeeze down there with not much weight. We are using high number of repetitions, and we are giving a good stretch up there so that our back is doing most of the work and not our shoulders. So getting a good pump out of this exercise. This is a variation, the second variation of the lat pull down, where you can see that Nitin is trying to keep his wrist in line with his elbows and in line with his shoulders and not ahead from the shoulders. So this is a simple clue, simple trick that you should follow so that you are not trying to take the stress away from the back muscles of the main muscles of the back, that is latissimus dorsi, and not to put stress unnecessarily on the shoulders. Once you are done with the lat pull downs, we go to the pull-ups. And as you can see, this is a pull-up with a wide grip facing away. The grip is my palm facing away from me. If you keep your palms towards yourself, that becomes a chin-up with a close grip. So this is a pull-up. Pull-up we do usually 3 sets. I do anywhere between 7 to 10 repetitions. And since Nitin was not able to do this exercise, I have not included him. So this exercise is your second exercise where your back workout has just started. From here we go to the seated rows with the pulley. So this is a pulley station which is kept at the bottom, and we are using not much weight. We are trying to focus on the form. You can see that I'm not rolling my shoulders above the weight. I'm keeping my shoulders down and using mostly my latissimus dorsi, the muscle of the back, the main muscle of the back, to row this weight. So this is called seated lat rows, seated rows with the pulley. One thing to understand in this exercise is that you should visualize yourself rowing a boat. Just imagine yourself being part of a team, an Olympic team rowing a big boat, and move your elbows and your body as if you are rowing a boat. Do not try to heave and do not try to use too much weight so as to lean over and use your lower back. Don't put unnecessary stress on your lower back. Use a weight which you can row and squeeze nicely with your elbows close to your body. You can see we are using a supine grip, and this is a supinated grip, which is a reverse grip. Gives more attention and more stress to the latissimus dorsi, particularly the outer and lower part of the latissimus dorsi, the biggest muscle of the back. And here we are squeezing and letting the weight stretch ourselves and squeezing, but not leaning over and using the lower back. Just keeping the back muscles in the action and not the lower back. So this exercise gives a lot of help to make your back muscular. As you can see, again, Nathan is doing. So we are doing about 3 to 4 sets of somewhere around 15 repetitions, and going for the pump, for the squeeze, and stretch at the front. We are using a board to stay away from the machine to get a good, better stretch, and not using the shoulder and not using lower back even when good amount of weight is used. So you can see that he's using a full stack and a further 20 kgs with it. And now it's my turn to use the heavy weight. But still, you should correct your form in this exercise, not use too much weight, which is so that you're losing attention from the latissimus dorsi. Don't involve the lower back. Now we will be going after this exercise. As you can see, I am using most of my back muscles and I'm really dead tired by now. So we will be going for a seated vertical row. A seated vertical row is a very good, fantastic isolation exercise where again you will put more stress on the back muscle for the V taper of the back. This is a particular exercise which will give you, because of the straight grip, because of the straight handle, it is called vertical row, and it gives the specific attention to the outermost latissimus dorsi. That is the outer back and the lower outer back, so which gives you that V shape of the body that is most desired for any person who is training his back. You will note that Nitin is also doing, and I'm telling him to slightly sit backwards so that he's not pulling and using his lower back. In this exercise, also, you should use a weight which you don't need to pull with your lower back. So, a lighter weight and a good contraction is all what you need to get that V shape. This is a very good exercise and very good variation for a back training where you want to focus on your outer back, that is the width of the back. We'll do some 3 to 4 sets of about 15 reps, and that's about it for focusing on the desired area. With this, we will go to the last exercise of our workout, which is dumbbell rows. Dumbbell rows is my favorite because it was my favorite when I started training. You can just use a bench You can put your knee on the bench also, but in my case, I am just taking a light support from the bench and moving the feet backwards where the side I am training. So you can just move in a, slightly bend your body and try to use the back muscles and not, swing the weight down and use so much weight that you are using your lower back. As you can see in my, the style of training, that I'm not twisting my back and especially my lower back. Here, Nitin is doing a slight variation. He is using the dumbbell rack itself to get support, have support, and again, not using too much weight and trying to focus on the contraction without twisting the lower back. You should not be using the lower back and not trying to swing the weight up. Just pull the weight up with your back and go have a stretch. So, this way, you get a very good contraction and you can focus on the exact area where you want to train. So with this exercise, we finish the back workout. This is a very basic workout which anybody can do from beginners to an advanced trainer. And try to use a good form. Don't use too much weight and stay away from any kind of injury. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And let's stay on track with more workout videos.
Friends, that was a back workout you have seen. So we'll be coming up with more workouts, body workouts, and of your choice. If you have any questions, you can put in the comment section. Thank you for watching. This is your doctor in health and friend in fitness.